guys, today we are going to try to make birria tacos. I don't know if y'all have seen these videos on Facebook where it's like this amazingly juicy taco that you dip in a consomme and it just looks fantastic. So I have looked up a bunch of recipes on Pinterest and I have figured out a sort of way to do it that's somewhat authentic and close, that uses the ingredients that I actually have here in my house currently. And we're going to cook the roast in our Instant Pot because it is way too hot here to use an oven today. Let's get started. I don't even know where to really start. I've never done this before, so let's play. Okay, so I have some chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. All right, so I'm just gonna toss that into my blender. I'm probably not supposed to use the whole little bitty can, but we're gonna do it anyway. And then I have some guajillo chili powder here. I'm gonna add quite a bit of that because we want the good flavor going in. And I have some ancho chili powder. I've heard these are the primary peppers, and I think another one was pasilla pepper. Okay, there's our peppers. I'm gonna add some paprika. Is what a lot of recipes called for. And then I'm going to add, I didn't have any fresh cilantro, so I'm going to use some dried cilantro. We're gonna put lots of that in there. We have some parsley that I'm probably going to use. I need to put this spoon down somewhere, get it out of my way for a minute. And then it calls for ground clove. I obviously just have whole cloves, so I'm just gonna toss in a couple little guys in there just for that little bit of clove flavor. So it says a little bit of thyme. I don't have the thyme leaves, so we're using ground thyme. And then I have my oregano that we're gonna throw in there as well. Just a little bit. Every recipe I saw said just little pinches, little pinches. Some salt and some regular ground black pepper. A lot of them said peppercorns. I don't have peppercorns, so black pepper it is. And they usually use a cinnamon stick whenever they are cooking their meat. I don't have any cinnamon sticks, so I'm going to use my cinnamon hemp in the sauce instead, just to get that cinnamon flavor. And then we have a few cloves of garlic. I had some leftover onions from our barbecue in case people wanted onions on their burgers. I am not a fan of raw onion in any shape, form, or fashion. So this is a good way to use this onion and get it out of the way. I have a little bit more that I'm going to use to make some homemade tomato sauce later because I have lots of leftover tomatoes because my friend Shannon brought us over some cherry tomatoes, fresh picked cherry tomatoes that I'm gonna use. But I had already bought regular Roma tomatoes for the burgers, and then I bought these little, I don't know, I guess salad tomatoes for the vegetable tray. So I'm gonna just use those, that way I can use her tomatoes for the sauce. Okay, I think now I saw somebody add a little bit of beef bouillon to theirs. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. I'm gonna use beef stock instead of water to add a little bit more flavor. And this is supposedly the sauce that the roast will cook in. Okay, it's about to get really loud, folks. Let's blend this up really well. Let's see. Okay. Guys, I believe that is blended up nicely. We don't want any big chunks. Let's get some of this out of the lid here. Like I said, not a drop goes to waste. We want all that yumminess in there. Okay, I hope this comes out somewhat authentic. I've never actually had birria tacos. Probably not even saying that right. Birria. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing though. Oh, that is going to be a delicious taco. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, next step. That is our sauce that our roast is going to cook in. Now we just have this little bitty guy because the normal size roasts that you can find at the store make way too much meat for just the two of us to have a meal plus leftovers. It makes leftovers for weeks. So a lot of it goes to waste. Now I have started cutting it in half whenever we get it, and then I can put the two different pieces in the freezer and cook them separately, and it goes a lot further. Now, we have our Instant Pot here. This thing is really, it's the only way to cook a roast or anything else that needs low and slow, in my opinion. Total game changer. I have put a couple of tablespoons of butter in the bottom here because we need to saute our meats before we dump in our sauce. You want to get a good brown crust on all of the edges, and that is what the saute feature on your Instant Pot is good for. We will melt that butter. It should melt fairly quickly. It was really soft. And this saute function heats up really quickly. See how soft that is? That's going to melt very quickly. And then we will salt and pepper. I'm gonna move some of this stuff off of my cutting board out of the way. We need salt and pepper our roast. Move that over here to the cutting board. Get that out of the way. And then let's add some salt. Just a good, generous little sprinkling over the top. And some pepper. You will notice I'm not using my house blend for this because I feel like there's going to be enough seasoning of the garlic and the onion and the spice in our sauce that we just made. We really just need the salt and pepper. All right, that is starting to heat up. We need to get it good and melty so that we get a good sizzly crust on our steak, on our roast. Not even a steak, it's a roast. Gotta say that correctly. Okay. And because of the size of this little bitty roast, I will probably only cook it on high pressure for about 35 to 40 minutes. And then I will do a natural release. I have heard that doing a quick release on any kind of meat makes it super tough. So we will do the natural release on that. Butter is bubbling. I'm gonna put it down on the side that I just seasoned first, and then I can season the other side. It's got a little quiet sizzle to it at the moment. Okay, a little bit of salt and pepper on the other side. It's a very quiet sizzle, but it's sizzling. Let's move this trash out of the way. All right, got the trash out of the way. Let's see. Let this get a good sear going. Yes. All right, that is starting to get good and crusty. Smells yummy. If I can get a grip on it, flip it over. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see this crust on here. Maybe Jasmine can zoom in a little bit. You'll see that crust right there. That's kind of what you're wanting all the way around, all over it. So let's flip it on its other side. Make sure that that gets good and crispy there. And it doesn't take very long to get through this stage. It goes fairly quickly. Okay, we now have crust on all sides. And I need to get our sauce that this is gonna cook in. Give it another yummy smell. Oh my gosh, smells fantastic. Let's pull the blade out and move that over to the side. Give this a little stir around here. So if y'all can see, it's still a little bit chunky, but it's nice and liquidy, right? Y'all can see that? So it still has a little bit of chunk to it, but not too bad. It's almost like a salsa. All right. Now, I'm actually going to deglaze with a little bit of beef stock. Right? Like I said, you always want to deglaze the can. Pick up all those yummy bits as we steam out the kitchen. Here, Jasmine's gonna turn on the vent. All right, you want to pick up all those yummy bits that have pretty much burnt to the bottom, but not really burnt. They're stuck on the bottom. That's where a lot of that good, yummy, beefy flavor is. All right. Actually want to cook this on that side right there. Okay, that is deglazed. Let's add in our sauce right over the top of it. And this sauce, as it cooks down, is what's going to turn into our consommé to dip our tacos in. All right. Let's make sure that that gets all over the top of that roast, all mixed in everywhere. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more beef stock around the edge. that we get enough liquid in there to make a nice thin consomme. All right, let's cover this roast all over. Perfect. Let's see. Okay. Now we are going to switch to pressure cook. Let's put our lid on. Make sure it beeps. Make sure it is sealed. And we are going to do, let's do 40 minutes just to be on the safe side. So I will see y'all when it's done. All right, guys, the meat has cooked now for 40 minutes. It's in the process of releasing its pressure. So I've got a mixture over here of water and milk and butter that I'm going to add our house blend and some chili powder to cook our corn on the cob. That literally only takes about 5 minutes. So that comes in at the very end because we want it nice and fresh and hot. Let's see, I'm going to make our Mexican street corn dip here. I'm gonna add in some mayonnaise, a couple spoonfuls of mayonnaise. We actually want more mayonnaise than sour cream. We don't want too much because not a whole lot of it is going to actually stay on the corn. So we're going to do a couple spoonfuls of mayonnaise, good little dollop of sour cream. I don't know if y'all can see, that's about all we need. I'm going to add our house seasoning to that as well. Get those good flavors in there just a little bit. I'm also going to throw in just a dash of cayenne and a dash of regular chili powder and a dash of dark chili powder. Literally just little dashes. We just want to add a little bit of flavor to it. Let's mix that up really well. Have it. This is our spread that we add to our corn to make Mexican street corn. We will spread this all over the corn, and then we will sprinkle it with some dark chili powder. I like the dark chili powder on Mexican street corn better than the plain chili powder, and we already have the plain chili powder in this sauce as it is. And then we'll do, usually we would do a squeeze of lime. We don't have any limes. Jasmine's used them all for her cucumber snacks. And so we're gonna use a little bit of lemon, and that will go on our corn. And then we actually do have the cotija cheese this time that we are going to roll the corn in after we've got the sauce and all the rest of the goodies on it. And that'll be that part. So this has, the little pin has dropped over here, guys. It is safe to open it. We have our moment of truth here. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to have Jasmine go ahead and add our corn over here to our liquid. Go ahead and drop it in, Jazz. Let's add our seasoning in there. We're just gonna let that boil while we shred up. Here's my chili powder. Okay. Let those boil for a minute. Oh, I'm scared. Let's see how this turns out. Beautiful sound, right? Smells so grip on our, let's see, I don't know. Let's put it down. Okay. I'm gonna let it rest for just a few minutes, let the juice finish absorbing into it. Let it kind of cool off enough to handle. And we'll see how tender that is. Ooh. Yum. All right. Ooh. Yes, that looks so good. All right. This is gonna be delicious. I can't wait. All right, we have shredded up our meat. Looks so good. Ugh. You see how much that little piece ended up making? So that's why Jasmine and I cut it in half, because this little bit is gonna go a long way. Okay, I have taken some of the juice and I've added it to the pan to heat up. Let's see if I'm coordinated enough. I don't know if I am or not to do this and not make a complete mess. Let's see. Let that get a little warmer. And I guess what what we're supposed to do is dip the tortilla in the juice and then into the pan, and then cover it with the meat and the cheese, then add more juice on top of that while it melts, and then fold it up like a taco or like a quesadilla or something to that effect. I don't know. We shall find out. Okay, so give it a little dip, and right over here to the pan. Let's see. Let's add, I've got our queso fresco. I think some have used like Monterey or mozzarella. Seen a few, but we're gonna go with our queso fresco here. Supposed to get it all over so that it melts down. Lots of cheese. Cheesy. Yummy. It's kind of a mess. Okay. Get it all over, it says. And if some falls out, that's okay. It's supposed to make a crust. We'll find out. Okay, let's add some of our yummy meat here. A little bit more meat on there, right? We want to have a good meaty taco. If we can do so without it burning. Okay, and then let's add, I guess, some more juice. All right. Ooh, try not to make a mess. More juice all over. To that sizzle, right? I don't know. That's how it's supposed to go, but that's how we're doing it, right? Okay. Let's see. Cheese is looking melty. Let's give her a little flip, see what happens. Woo! Oh, just totally ripped it. Look, let's see. We can fix this. I don't know how, but we can fix this. We're going to, look, let's do this. Let's do another tortilla. Dip it in. And put it on top. Not quite a taco, but epic fail, guys. That's all right. That's what we do around here, huh? see. Let's see if I can flip it. Woo! Okay. That did not work very well. Maybe we need to add some, instead of the juice to the pan that makes the tortilla too soft, maybe we'll add some butter or some more cheese. I don't know. It's just oozing. It's very juicy though. It is very juicy. I don't know, it's not very firm like a taco though. That didn't work very well. Like I said, not everything comes out successfully around here. Never made this before, so at least we're trying. Trying something new. It's still really soft on that side. I don't want it to be that soft. Can't get it. Let's see. Ooh. Maybe we'll do like a quesadilla with the next side. Alright. I'm just trying to get it out of the pan, y'all. Okay, epic fail on that part. Let's pause. Let me clean this out, and we will do it a different way. Okay, let's go a different route. How about that? Let's do butter first. Let's get that. All right, you live and you learn, right? That's how we roll. Live and you learn. Okay. Good thing we have 20 tortillas to play with. We need to take the corn out. Put on a quick towel, Jasmine. Put the towel down there. And then see if you can stand them up straight. Like, stand them up like this. Alright, so I'm going to let Jasmine handle that part of it. Getting the corn out of the milk. We can see what we can do here with some butter. Alright. We're going to do some butter. Now let's put our tortilla down first. And then we're going to need some more cheese. Sure did use a whole lot of cheese on that one. Alright, let's do quesadilla style. See how that works. Lots of cheese on here. Lots of cheese. Might even bust out our Mexican blended cheese. I think that'll melt really well. Some time to crisp up a little bit. And the butter. Melt that cheese good. I really want a griddle. One of these days I will get side griddle and one side grill. Yes. Alright. Let's add some juice to our meat right here so it doesn't dry out. How does that sound? Ah yes, we are making a mess today. Yay. It's alright. It's alright. Juice in there. All over this steak. Kind of want to dig into this failure over here while that kind of crisps up on that side. See what we taste like at least, huh? Let's see. Let's get this good cheesy bite right here. Look at that good cheesy meaty bite. Oh my gosh. That is so good. That is delicious. Oh man. So good. It's fantastic. Will these not stand up? Will they not stand up? Like that so that the juice stays in the kernels. Okay, let's see how crispy this is. All right, we have a crispy bottom right there, guys. Okay, we might have some success. Let's put our meat on the top here. Let's add some more butter over here. Fork, cooperate. Let's scooch this over. Let's put our other tortilla down here. Maybe get it a little crispier on that side to start with. Okay. And our meat. Good and spread all over. Alright. It's going to get a little bit crispy. Let's flip him on top there. Let's flip him off real quick. Add some more cheese. Yeah, I think we might grab our Mexican blend cheese. We need cheese on both sides of this sucker. Alright, squish him like a quesadilla. See how that works. Very curious now. Alright. Yeah, Jazz, will you grab the Mexican blend cheese, please, out of the refrigerator? No, she doesn't want to be on camera. Never mind. I'll grab it. Are a mess. This is fun. Alright. Okay, let's see if we can flip her over. Boom! Ooh, look at that. That looks delicious. Quesadilla style, guys. Quesadilla style. It's all good. It's all good. When we run out of, I want another bite of this. Y'all, that is delicious. Jasmine's begging for something. I'll share. I'll share. side crisp up a little bit more. And then maybe we'll add the juice on top once the other side crisps up. That'll be kind of the same concept, right? Yeah. Alright, let's give her, flip it back over again. I just wanted to look. Okay. Let's pour that right over the top. How about that? That's some good juiciness. Yummy. Alright. Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect. Woo! Slide it over. Look, we're all in one piece. Let's turn the heat down. That's getting a little toasty for when we do our next one. I feel like that hand is a mess. Alright, let's see. Oh, I forgot my parsley. We have our little parsley that I kind of roughly chopped. We'll stick on top. To dip it in. You can pull out one of my little cups over here. I don't know how I would dip it, but let's see. Let's make it like that. Let's see how this works. Y'all see that juice squirt out? Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so good, guys. I'm about to go make a mess eating the rest of this sucker. So good. Y'all have a good day.